17-20. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1725 East Bilby Road is where we are brought for Cienega Friday night football action. It's the visitors, the 3-2 Cienega Bobcats, here at Sunnyside High School to take on the 1-4 Blue Devils. Cienega looks to win on the road and extend their win streak to 3. We're getting set for kickoff here in a beautiful setting with the trees and the mountains in the background. The sun has set it here at Sunnyside High School as the captains meet in the middle here. Captains for Cienega, number 10, Bryce Marks, number 9, Josiah Ware, number 57, Tyree McKinney, and number 54, DiMaggio Streve. And captains for the Sunnyside Blue Devils is number 60, Jaime Bravo, number 5, Brock McDaniel, number 33, Richard Escalante, and number 2, Martin Arvizu. One thing to note for tonight's game is starting quarterback for Cienega, Daniel Montana, is out with injury tonight, so Ryan Swoger, the junior quarterback, will be getting the start here in week 6. You'll see the pink highlighted around the field on the players, and with the cheerleaders, it is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And here we go, getting set for kickoffs. Cienega will receive. Kicker for the Sunnyside Blue Devils is number 80, CJ Vasquez, the senior. And back to receive, number 11, Elijah Amico. And here we go with the kick from Vasquez to start things off here in week 6 of Cienega football. This kick is into the end zone, and the Cats will take it out to their own 20 on the touchback. Ryan Swoger coming out to start tonight, the junior quarterback, who is covering for Daniel Montana, who we saw go out last week against Mountain View. It looked like he may be injured around his neck, but we weren't sure what it was. But here we go, Ryan Swoger. 3 receiver look for Swoger on the first play. Gabe Levy in the backfield. Amico in motion, and the handoff here goes to Levy, and a nice play defensively for the Blue Devils. It was number 33, Richard Escalante, who got to Levy first. We know Levy got a huge workload in last week's game against Mountain View. He had 21 carries for 141 yards and a touchdown in last week's game against Mountain View, the 14-0 win at home. Loss of 1 on the previous play brings up a 2nd and 11. Back to pass here is Swoger. And it is complete short here to Elijah Amico near the far sideline. And a chance here for the Sunnyside Blue Devils to make a statement on defense and make the Cats go 3 and out on their first drive. Swoger hands off here to Levy, and he's going to be short of the first down. Gets about 3 yards on the play. And the punting unit will come out for the Cats. Punter is number 7.
Back deep to receive for the Blue Devils, number 5, Brock McDaniel.
Sebastian Felix, and back to receive for the Blue Devils is number 5, Brock McDaniel. And a short punt here from Sebastian. And this is going to be around at the Sunnyside 47, where the Cats down it, and we'll get a first look at the Sunnyside Blue Devils offense coming onto the field.
47-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Last week was a great week defensively for Cienega, allowing 0 points to the Mountain View Mountain Lions and only 40 yards of total offense, and allowed only 1 first down that game. And Mountain View could not get anything going. The pass here is complete, and he's got open field near the 10, and he is in for a touchdown. It was number 13, Jose Acosta, on the touchdown. The pass was from Dion Conde, 53 yards, and the Blue Devils draw first blood.
But into it is the extra point, number 80,
CJ Vasquez on to attempt the point after the touchdown. He's 11 for 13 on the year in the such category. And the point, PAT is good, and Sunnyside has a early 7-0 lead.
0 with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Back deep to receive for the Bobcats, number 7, Sebastian Felix, and number 11, Elijah Amico. And once again, into kick for your Blue Devils, number 80, CJ Vasquez.
So both teams have had a drive on offense, and that leaves 9 minutes 48 seconds left in the first. And now Cienega will get it back from, and here's the kick from Vasquez. And he sends this one through the end zone.
Vasquez's kick once again goes out of the end zone. Will be a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from the 20-yard line.
First and 10 from the 20, handoff here goes to Levy, and another stop there at the line on the handoff to Levy.
Immediately by the Blue Devils.
was number 58, Jose Carino, on the stop. Second and 9, screen pass here goes to the speedy Amico and gets a few yards, tight roping down the sideline. That will bring up another third down here for the Cats early.
Like the receiver gets to the 25-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. That's 3rd down, fans. Let's make some noise.
Cienega needs 5 yards here to convert the third down. Swoger here, hands off to Levy, and he has room, and Levy's gonna take off here. Down near the 30-yard line, and makes his way to the 20. 45-yard run there from Gabe Levy on the third down. So we stopped at around the 22-yard line. He got jumped on around the 30, so it just shows you how strong Gabe Levy is at running back, being able to carry extra 8 yards there. Swoger's gonna keep here, breaks a tackle, gets a first down and more. Swoger has an open room to the end zone. 22-yard run on the keeper from Swoger.
To attempt the extra point, number 44, Juliano Reyes.
And to tie the game comes on Juliano Reyes. And the kick is good to make things 7-7. Few firework plays here to start with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Back to receive for the Blue Devils, number 2, Martin Arvizu, and number 5, Brock McDaniel. And the kicker for the Cats, Matthias Slattery. And a low kickoff here. Bounces around the 20-yard line, picked up at the 15. And it's Brock McDaniel here on the run. And a good special teams play there by Cienega with Tristan Prawley and CJ Flores on the special teams tackle. So here comes back out the Sunnyside offense, who scored on their first play. It was a 53-yard touchdown pass from number 8, Dion Conde, to Jose Acosta. And what even is more interesting is that Dion Conde is a freshman here starting for the varsity squad for the Sunnyside Blue Devils. So probably a bright future for them as they have a freshman starting. Throw here. Oh, it's a nice throw and it's caught. Conde to Dominic. What even is more interesting is that Dion Conde is a freshman here starting for the varsity squad for the Sunnyside Blue Devils. So probably bright future for them as they have a freshman starting. Throw here. Oh, it's a nice throw and it's caught. Four receivers for Conde. Throws on the slant here to Acosta. And gang tackle there by the Cats. Acosta had the first touchdown for the Blue Devils.
1 yard on the play. Bring up a second and long for the Blue Devils.
Dion Conde last week against Saguaro went 12 for 19 passing and 154 yards in the loss to Saguaro. But here he is showing some good signs against a very good Cienega defense. Throw here completes to number 1, Anthony Galvez. And 154 yards in the loss to Saguaro. But here he is showing some good signs against a very good Cienega defense. Throw here completes to number 1. Was more than they had. They had 49, Mountain View had 49 offensive yards against Cienega last week. This brings up a 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Devils. And a timeout.
Looks like this will be a timeout for the Blue Devils. Their first call timeout of the first
Sunnyside timeout here. With 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, they have a big 3rd down and 3 from around midfield. The head coach for the Sunnyside Blue Devils is Glenn Posey. He is in his first year back with the team after leaving the program in 2015. Roy Lopez took his place for the following 3 years, going 12 and 18 in that time. Glenn Posey is 30 and 28 with the Blue Devils all time. And here he is back after taking a 3-year absence. He's back in his first year there, 1 and 4 to start. But overall, he has a winning record with the program.
As play resumes, it'll be 3rd and short for the Blue Devils.
We'll see if Conde can convert here. 3rd and 3, screen pass goes and it's incomplete. And the punting unit for Sunnyside will come out here.
Intended for Julieta is incomplete, bringing up a 4th down. Blue Devils will bring out their punt team. Back being to receive for the Bobcats, number 11. Elijah Amico. In to kick for the Blue Devils, number 80. CJ Vasquez.
Pretty long punt here for Amico. He's going to return it here. Has some room down here on the right sideline. And is tackled up near the 22-yard line, where the Cienega offense will come back out for their 3rd drive. First one was a 3 and out. Second one was capped off by a 22-yard touchdown run from the quarterback, Ryan Swoger. And here they go with their 3rd drive, looking to take the lead over the Blue Devils. First and 10 from the 22. Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy. And is again stopped by this Sunnyside defense behind the line of scrimmage.
About a 5-yard loss on the play. Bring up a second and long for the Bobcats.
There's a loss of 3 on the handoff to Levy. Now brings up a 2nd and 13. 3 receivers here for Ryan Soger. Rolling right. He's going to keep it here, feeling pressure, and it is chased out of bounds at around the 20 by number 22, Diego Rivera.
21-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 11 for the Bobcats.
And big stop needed here for Sunnyside. They're in pretty good shape here. The Cats need 11 yards to convert here. Swoger looking to pass. Throws here, and it's intercepted. And he has room, and he takes it all the way into the end zone. Pick 6 by number 17, Mario Chavez.
Senior number 17, Mario Chavez, with the interception and touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown. Interception return by Chavez. Once again, CJ Vasquez in to attempt the extra point.
The extra point from Vasquez is good, and it's 14-7. Who would have thought the Sunnyside Blue Devils have the lead over the Cienega Cats?
Cienega 7 and your Blue Devils 14.
A couple of mistakes so far by Cienega, both on the offense and the defense side. The defense side had the missed tackle on number 13, Jose Acosta, who then took it for a 53-yard touchdown. And now the pick 6 by Mario Chavez, which extends the lead to 7. It's 14-7 here with 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining.
Vasquez into kickoff. Back deep to receive number 11, Elijah Amico.
And this kickoff's going to sail into the end zone, leaving no chance for Amico to return it. Good night so far from the kicker,
Once again, the Vasquez kickoff goes
CJ Vasquez.
into the end zone.
2 for 2 on PATs and has sailed 3 kickoffs into the end zone,
First and 10.
giving the dangerous Amico no chance to return. Here we go, Swoger back out onto the field after the 22-yard pick 6 that he threw. Gabe Levy muscling his way to around the 30-yard line.
Gabe Levy battles his way close to the first down marker. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Blue Devils.
Second and 1 here from the 29-yard line. Handoff here is going to go again to Gabe Levy, and is tackled
Draw goes to Levy, who is met
around the line of scrimmage.
immediately by the Blue Devils, but he may have battled his way for a Bobcat first down.
Well, I say he got the
And
first
it
down
looks
there.
yes that he did get a first down on the play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from the 31-yard line.
Handoff here goes to the big back, Dylan Silva. Gets a few yards on the play.
This time for the Bobcats, number 41, Dylan Silva picks up 6 yards.
Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy up the middle for a first down. Excuse me, that's Dylan Silva again on the play.
Levy pushes his way to the 43-yard line, where it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Handoff here goes to the speedy Amico. Up to around the 49-yard line.
Reverse goes to number 11, Elijah Amico. Amico picks up 6 yards to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 4.
And the Cats slowly moving up the field here. Brings up a 2nd and 4 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first. Handoff to Levy. And a first down again by Gabe Levy and the Cienega Bobcats. Receiver look for Swoger. Amico goes in motion. Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy up the middle. Near the first down, but not quite. Gabe Levy racking up a lot of yards here, as we saw him do against Mountain View. He's getting a huge workload this season as a junior, and is going to be heavily relied on as a senior as well. Great running back we have there in the backfield. Here's Levy again. First down and more. Up near the 30.
Once again, Levy pushes his way to the 30-yard line.
Good crowd that Cienega has brought over to Sunnyside High School. It's about a 30-minute drive from Cienega to Sunnyside. And Swoger kept the ball here. He even faked me out, and he is in to the end zone for a touchdown, but there is flags on the play.
Touchdown, however, there is a flag down on the play. Indication looks like it goes against the Bobcats.
And this one's going to be against the Cats. But it was a nice play by Swoger.
And it is a illegal block in the back by the Bobcats. Penalty was marked off by the
Call was an illegal block in the back by Cienega. So that will take the touchdown away and bring them to the 26-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in the first.
for the Bobcats.
Oh, Swoger drops the ball here, and Gabe Levy jumps on top of the fumble.
Ball is fumbled but recovered immediately by Levy. Loss of 6 on the play will bring up a 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12.
Long second down here. Swoger throws, and it's complete to Sebastian Felix. Felix shedding off a few tackles here and muscles his way to around the 5-yard line. And the Cats are in the red zone, threatening to score here. And that will bring an end to the first quarter. So it's the Sunnyside Blue Devils on the touchdown, 53-yard touchdown, and the pick six that have the 14-7 lead. It was the 22-yard run by Ryan Swoger, which is the lone touchdown for Cienega. So that brings 14-7 heading into the second quarter. Cats are at the 6-yard line in the Pyramid Federal Credit Union red zone, with hopes of tying this thing up on a touchdown.
Tonight's first quarter has been brought to you by the Sunnyside.
So here's how the Sunnyside Blue Devils schedule has gone so far. Their first game against Campo Verde, they lost 41-26. Then against Desert View, they lost 20-6. Then against Rincon University, they got their lone win of the season so far, 34-26. Then against Pueblo, they lost 22-21, and last week they lost to a pretty good Saguaro team down there in Tucson, 33-22. So 1-4 is the Blue Devils record. And here we go. Swoger in the offense on the 6-yard line. Flags here on the play.
Looks like there will be a flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start against the
False start.
Cienega offense.
Bobcats.
And that puts things at 11. We know flags were a issue last week against Mountain View. Handoff here goes to Levy and runs into some Blue Devils up the middle.
Levy with the carry is met by a host of Blue Devils. Was able to push his way down to the 7-yard line, where it'll be a 2nd and goal for the Bobcats.
Second and 7. Swoger back to pass, and it is dropped here.
Swoger's pass intended for Levy comes up incomplete.
It
Bringing
was
up a
Tristan
3rd
Bushy,
and goal.
his intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal here. Cats need 7 yards here to score the touchdown. Handoff here goes to Sebastian Felix. Stiff arms the defender on the left side, but he is tackled short of the goal line. And we'll see if Nugent keeps out the offense here. And no, it looks like the field goal unit will come out on the 4-yard line. They will attempt a field goal here to cut the lead to 4 potentially. It is Juliano Reyes on to attempt a 21-yard field goal.
In to attempt a 21-yard field goal, number 44, Juliano Reyes.
And it is good.
Reyes is 21.
So that cuts the lead to 4. Sunnyside 14.
10 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Cats
In the
10.
second quarter, Sunnyside 14, Cienega 10.
Some other notable matchups that pertain to the Cienega schedule is Marana at Buena tonight, Choya at Mountain View, and Ironwood Ridge at Nogales. We know that Cienega plays Buena homecoming week next week. And they've already played Choya and Mountain View, and then they still have Ironwood Ridge and Nogales on their schedule. This kick near the sideline goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Looks like the kickoff goes out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First and 10, Blue Devils.
Here's Conde in the offense back out onto the field. On the season, Conde is 53 for 95, 761 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions coming into this game. So it's now 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He fumbles here, but jumps back on top of it.
That snap is recovered by Conde. Loss of 5 yards. Ball will be marked at the 15-yard line. First and 15 for the Blue Devils.
So on the drop snap by Conde, it's a loss of 5 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 15. And a handoff goes here, and a good stop defensively beyond the line of scrimmage for the Cats.
Sunnyside rush. Looks like he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Running up a 3rd and long for the Blue Devils.
Less than 9 minutes to go here in the half. 3rd and 15 from the Sunnyside 15-yard line. Conde on the pass here and is caught by Brock McDaniel, but way short of the first down.
Complete to Brock McDaniel, getting to the original line of scrimmage, or 21-yard line. Bring up a 4th and 9 for the Blue Devils. Back deep to receive from the Bobcats, number 11, Elijah Mito, and kick number 80, CJ Vasquez.
CJ Vasquez does the punting and kicking duties. Felt some pressure there. And this one's going to take a Sunnyside roll down to around the 32-yard line is where the Cats will set up.
Ball takes a nice Sunnyside roll. Will be marked at the 31-yard line. First and 10, Cienega.
Swagger with receivers to his right and a flag here.
Penalty on the plate.
It's be a false start on the Cienega offensive line. It's going to move things back 5 yards here. And off here goes to Gabe Levy. It's a couple of yards on the play.
May have picked up a yard on the plate. Good defensive play by the Blue Devils.
The pass here is complete to Elijah Miko. Up near the 37-yard line.
Bobcats get it out to the 37-yard line.
That's going to bring up a third and four here. This is a big defensive play here for Sunnyside. If they can stop the Cats here. And looks like we have a timeout.
Looks like this will be a Cienega Bobcat timeout.
Cienega takes the timeout here. Looking to convert here the third down. They need 4 yards. And they're on their own 37-yard line. These two teams met last year in Vail. The Cats won 28-7. It was Martin Arvizu with 6 carries for 68 yards, highlighting who's still on the team for the Sunnyside Blue Devils. And we remember Terrell Hayward, he had a touchdown touchdown receiving and a touchdown rushing in that game. Here we go after the timeout. 3rd and 4 from the 37. Schwoger snaps here. Looking to throw, is going to take it up the middle. And he breaks a tackle, and it looks like he has the first down. We'll see where they mark him. And they mark him short here. It's going to bring up a 4th and very short. We'll see if Coach Nugent elects to go here on the 4th down on the other side of the field. Here we go from the punt from Sebastian Felix. To Brock McDaniel here. Oh, and it's touched by Sunnyside. And they recover it. Sunnyside recovers it at the 15-yard line.
Blue Devil player hits the ball but is able to recover it. Ball is recovered at the 15-yard line where it would be first.
It's a huge chance for Cienega to turn things around there. But a great recover by the Sunnyside Blue Devils. Five minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the half. Conde from under shotgun hands it off here to Martin Arvizu. And that goes nowhere on the run.
Handoff goes to Martin Arvizu, who loses a yard on the play.
And here we go from 2nd and 11. Conde under shotgun again. Looking to throw here. He has an arm. Throws down the middle to nowhere. Intended receiver was number 13, Jose Acosta. But it was way over the head of Acosta. And a 3rd and 11 here from Sunnyside. Conde throws, it's complete to Dominic Murrieta, but as he was catching it, he fell to his knee. And a good stop defensively there from Cienega, and they'll be receiving a punt here. 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining here in the half. Here's CJ Vasquez again. He's gotten a lot of workload tonight, and this punt is around the 47-yard line of the Blue Devils. So Cienega is in very good position here with 4.5 minutes remaining as the offense comes back out onto the field. Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy, right side. Pulls his way for around 5 yards. 6 yards. And a fumble here on the play. Gabe Levy picks it up. That's a big loss there from Cienega. We've seen a couple of those now tonight. The fumble on the exchange from the center, I believe, is Chase Iverson to Ryan Swoger. Rolling right here is Swoger, gonna take it himself for a few yards. So the center for the Cats is actually Andrew Husfeld,
The original line of scrimmage
number 78.
bring up a 4th and 9 for the Bobcats, who are bringing on their punt team.
So
Into punt
what
number 7,
was
Sebastian Felix, back deep to receive, number 5.
what was good field position to start for Cienega goes to a 3-and-out, wasted opportunity there, and now the Cats will be punting again with Sebastian Felix to Brock McDaniel. High punt here from Felix. Oh, and it is caught there by McDaniel, but did he fair catch it because he got hit on the play by Tristan Bushy. And no flags on the play, so he didn't signal for a fair catch. And he probably regrets not doing that. And Sunnyside offense comes back out onto the field. They have 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to march down the field and score. Flags here before the play starts.
There is a penalty. Preliminary indication goes against the Bobcats. Looks like it is offsides on the Bobcats.
And it's going to be an offsides against Cienega, so mainly penalties coming from the Cats here to start. First and 5 now for Conde in the offense. Throw here is going to be complete to Murrieta, and he has a first down in about 8 more. Conde really showing off his arm here tonight. He's got a big arm for a freshman quarterback.
Where it is first and 10 Blue Devils.
Conde rolling right, feeling pressure from DiMaggio Streve, throws here and goes out of bounds smartly.
Conde's pass incomplete, intended for number 5, Brock McDaniel.
Pretty young team for the Sunnyside Blue Devils. And that might not always be good in real time, but it's definitely good for the future of the program. Second and 10. Throw here complete. Oh no, bobbled. And then ultimately dropped by Anthony Galvez. It was a good throw by Conde.
Will bring up a 3rd and 10 for your Blue Devils.
John Flores in coverage there. Now in 3rd and 10 for Sunnyside. Pass here is too low for the intended receiver, number 13, Jose Acosta, and that will bring up a 4th down for the Blue Devils. And there's 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. Again, plenty of time for Cienega to score and potentially take the lead before we head into the half.
In to punt for your Blue Devils, number 80, CJ Vasquez.
High punt here, or high snap for CJ Vasquez, brings it down. And Amico will let this one roll. Stopped just at the 20-yard line. That was a 52-yard punt there for Vasquez.
Ball is marked at the 20-yard
we go now from the 20, a minute 53 remaining. And some miscommunication by Cienega, and it looks like Coach Nugent has to take a timeout, and he doesn't look happy there.
Call timeout of the first half.
Want to congratulate the Cienega girls volleyball team, who is currently on a 4-game win streak and defeated Buena on Wednesday 3-0. So congrats to the girls volleyball team and good luck on the rest of their season.
Looks like there is a no flag on the play there.
Keeper here up the middle for Ryan Swoger. Gets a couple yards there on the run.
Quarterback keeper, stopped by number 22, Diego Rivera for the defense. Gets to the 25. Picks up 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats.
2nd and 5. Swoger looking, dancing, throws, complete here to Sebastian Felix, and that's going to be a first down and more. They're up to around the 42-yard line.
42-yard line, 1st and 10, Bobcats.
And the snap is fumbled again there. Swoger rolls and just gets chased out of bounds. So that's the 3rd exchange from Andrew Husfeld to Ryan Swoger that is fumbled on the play. They lose 4 yards there, and there's a minute and 4 seconds remaining, and they're on their own 38-yard line. Swoger, pass incomplete. It was in the hands of
Swoger's pass is incomplete.
Elijah Miko.
Intended for number 11.
It looks like it got broken up by the coverage. So that brings up a 3rd and 14 here. 1 minute exactly remaining on the half. Here we go, big play here from Cienega. 4-receiver look, Swoger back to pass. And is gonna run himself there and gets back to the line of scrimmage. And so that's gonna bring up a 4th down for Cienega. Teams just keep giving it back to each other. So that's gonna be a punting unit will come back on for Cienega. And there's 52 seconds still on the clock. Plenty of time for Sunnyside to do something here. High punt here. Not a lot of yardage. Takes a Cienega roll up to around the 22-yard line.
Down to the 23-yard line. With 41 seconds, it will be 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
And Here comes out Conde leading out the offense. They have 41 seconds to get down the field and score. Anything will do them good here. They can go up by 17 or 21 on a field goal or touchdown. But no matter what, they need to take care of the ball here and try and go into the half with the lead. And here we go from the 23-yard line. Conde, back to pass. Throw here completed short to McDaniel. Flags on the play.
Conde's pass is complete to number 5, Brock McDaniel. However, there is a flag on the play. Looks like it will be a hold against the Blue Devils.
And it's going to be a holding call on Sunnyside. It's going to back them up here. So from the 11-yard line now, they have 33 seconds remaining on the clock. And a long first down, first and 27. They're just going to hand it off here. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Sunnyside calls a timeout here.
The Bobcats will call their
Or
final
actually,
timeout
Cienega calls a
of the first
timeout.
half.
21 seconds remaining. Ball on the Sunnyside 6-yard line.
Ball will be marked at the 6-yard line where it'll be second and long for the Blue Devils.
And they are just getting to their locker room formation there. And that will bring an end to the first half. Scoring summary here. It was Conde on a 53-yard touchdown pass to Jose Acosta. Then it was a 22-yard touchdown run by Ryan Swoger, which made things 7-7. And then it was number 17, Mario Chavez, with a 22-yard pick 6 on the pass from Ryan Swoger, which made things 14-7 on the completed point after touchdown by Vasquez. And then it was a 21-yard field goal, good by Juliano Reyes. And that brings us to a score of 14 Blue Devils, 10 the Cats. We'll be back with the second half. This is Jacob Greenberg from Bobcat TV.
Tonight, the Pride of Sunnyside Marching Band will be performing a small showcase of what their competitive show outside the box will look like. Under the field direction of Sarah Phillips, Ricardo Sanchez, and Fatima Frederico, we are proud to present the Pride of Sunnyside Marching Band. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may now take the field in performance. Once again, let's hear it for the Pride of Sunnyside. They are getting better and better with every game. We are super excited as they continue to grow. seniors who unfortunately will not be able to be here on senior night, but she is not going to be here for a good reason. Her brother, Sunnyside graduate Saul Suazo, will be graduating from boot camp, so that's where Kiana will be. So congratulations to our senior, Kiana Samaniego. That is so awesome, and once again, congratulations to senior Kiana Samaniego, and also congratulations to her brother, Sunnyside graduate Saul Suazo, on his graduation from boot camp. And as she's out there taking pictures, let's hear it once again for Kiana.
Welcome back into the broadcast as we get set for the second half. It's the Sunnyside Blue Devils who are shockingly on top of the Cienega Bobcats 14-10, and the Sunnyside Blue Devils will receive to start things off in the second half. If you are just joining us, it is Ryan Swoger in place of the injured Daniel Montana at starting quarterback. Montana has run for a 22-yard touchdown run, but has also thrown a pick six. So up and down so far for Ryan Swoger. And Sunnyside has shown some good signs defensively, stopping the run against Gabe Levy. Although Gabe Levy has had a good night so far, but a lot of his runs were stopped at the line of scrimmage or behinds. But here we go, Matthias Slattery to kick off to Brock McDonald and Martin Arvizu.
So if we look at the way that Cienega's facing, I think we could probably move. Chalk. Yeah.
And here we go away for the second half. This one bounces around the 10, going to be picked up by Brock McDaniel. And a good special teams play by Trey DiNezzo, getting the tackle on McDaniel, which is going to be in a bad position here for the Blue Devils. They're in the shadow of their own end zone. Actually, they're at the 8-yard line. It's a little farther up than I thought. But still a very good play there by Trey DiNezzo on the tackle of the speedy McDaniel.
Starting at quarterback for the Blue Devils in the second half, number 8, Dion Conde.
Here we go, McDaniel in motion. Gets the pitch back here from Conde. And good running here by McDaniel. There's flags thrown here. Got the pink flags for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And is a holding gonna go against the Blue Devils, and that's gonna be half the distance to the end zone.
Holding penalty will get them down to the 3-yard line. We'll bring up a 1st and 16.
And that brings things to the 3-yard line. Sunnyside needs to get out of a sticky spot that they're in offensively. Throwing here is Conde from the end zone, feeling pressure. Throws here and it's complete over the middle to Valdez. And he's still on his feet and is stopped by a gang of Cienega tacklers. Excuse me, that's Anthony Galvez. What a play there from Sunnyside. It was Conde from his own end zone over the middle to Galvez. We have some tailgaters on the other side, cooking up some food, cheering on the Sunnyside Blue Devils. First and 10, pitch here goes again to McDaniel. Same look as 2 plays ago. And flags here on the play as McDaniel gets nothing on the run.
McDaniel looks like he picks up a couple of yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd and long for the Blue Devils.
Conde back to pass here, throwing deep, and Amico in coverage. It looked like that pass was just thrown because Elijah Amico was right there in coverage. The pass was intended to number 14, Dominic Murrieta. I think Conde just wanted to show off his arm there a little bit. Brings up a 3rd and 9 here for the Blue Devils. Big stop needed by the Cienega Bobcats. To throw here is Conde, and is sacked by number 74, Hunter Schlegel. And a big play there by Hunter as the punting unit for the Blue Devils will come out. Punt here from Vasquez. It's a low one here to Amico, and he's going to pick it up and return it here. And a good return here by Amico on the right sideline. And is pushed out at the 12-yard line. What a return by Elijah Amico. But there are flags on the play, and this one is coming back. So a block in the back that was noticed immediately here up by the coaches. That's going to take that return away and put things at the 35-yard line of Cienega. They need to get going here offensively. Got 9 minutes left in the third. They're down 4 points. Pitch back here for Gabe Levy. And up to around the 40-yard line, about 5 yards on the play. It brings up a 2nd and 5. And rolling here is Swoger, throws on the run to David Wilkinson, the big guy, and he muscles his way to around the, and there's some extra pushing there on the sideline of Cienega.
Wilkinson picks up 15 yards in the first down for the Bobcats. Ball will be at the 45-yard line.
And the pass from Swoger to Wilkinson is good for a first down, so that puts things here at the 45-yard line. Handoff here goes to, or it's the keeper by Swoger. Gets a good amount of yards there on the keeper. We have an injured Blue Devil on the play. Number 34, Carlos Rendon, who looks to be okay. Second and 4. Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy, the workhorse. And is still muscling his way. And he's good for a first down. He had a player grabbing his shoelaces, but he was still bringing that player with him, good for a first down. Swoger rolling left, pass deep here, intended for Josiah Ware, and it's incomplete. Josiah Ware took a dive at it, but it was ultimately too far for Ware. That brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Sunnyside 30-yard line. Handoff here goes on 2nd down. Actually, it's Ryan Swoger who keeps it. And a defender on his back holding on to him, but he's bringing him with him up to around the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Cats, a much-needed convert play here they need, and big defensive play here for the Blue Devils. This could force Cienega into a long field goal. And here we go on 3rd and 3. Rolling right is Swoger, looking to throw and has it complete to Elijah Amico, and that's going to be good for a 1st down.
Swoger's pass complete to Amico. Gain of 9 on the play, enough for a Bobcat 1st down.
First and 10. Handoff here goes to Levy. And Levy up the middle into a gang of Blue Devil defenders. And we have around 6 minutes left in the 3rd here. Cats in the Pyramid Federal Credit Union red zone. Brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 10. This will be a keeper here right off the bat from Swoger. And he's inside the 5. And flags here thrown on the play afterwards.
Swoger's rush was enough for a 1st down, however, there is a flag on the play.
So that's going to back things up here. It's going to be a personal foul on the Cats. I believe it's an unnecessary roughness.
Looks like the penalty goes against the Bobcats. After the penalty, the ball will be marked at the 18-yard line.
So from what was inside the 5 is now at the 18-yard line on 2nd down. And that's going to be huge. If Cienega goes on to lose, they'll remember this drive. Swoger feeling pressure and is sacked by number 4, Renee Fragoso. So that's going to be make things 3rd and very long. for the Cats. We have 3rd and 19. And they're just going to keep it here. Trick play. They have it to Elijah Amico. And Amico gets some good yardage there on the play. Not good for a first down, but it was Schroeder with the pitch back to Elijah Amico. Amico comes up hobbling. And it looks like the offense is staying out here. Oh, that was 2nd down, so here's 3rd down.
Looks like there is a timeout for an injury on the field.
And they're going to take a timeout here for the injury to Amico. So the Cats were inside the 5-yard line, and now they are 3rd and 8 from the 15-yard line. They had the penalty after the Ryan Swoger run that ultimately got them into the 5-yard line, and then big sack by number 4, Rene Fragoso. And here we are. Pass here for Ryan Swoger. And he's going to take it. No, he's going to throw here. Intended receiver number 88, Caleb Kidney, incomplete over the head of Kidney. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and we'll see what Coach Nugent does here. And the field goal unit will come out onto the field. Julian Reyes to attempt a field goal to potentially cut things to 1 point. This is going to be a 31-yard field goal. He was good earlier from 21. And the field goal is good, and that makes things 14-13 on the 31-yard field goal.
32-yard field goal by number 44, Juliano Reese, is good. With 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Cienega 13, Sunnyside 14.
So that's the first score by both teams in a while there. Juliano Reyes has had the last 2 scores in the game, the 21-yard field goal in the first half, which cut things to 4, and now the 31-yard field goal, which cuts things to 1. 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Kickoff here from Matthias Slattery. That was his best kick of the night to number 5 there. And a good return there by Brock McDaniel.
Nice return on the play by number 5, Brock McDaniel.
We went past the 20, and here comes the Sunnyside offense.
1st and 10, Blue Devils.
They were near the They had some bad field position in their first offensive drive of the half, and here they are now at the 26-yard line. And here we go. 4 receivers set for Conde. Looking to throw. Deep throw. Look here. And it is intercepted by Josiah Ware, but he steps out of bounds. So, did he step in and then go out? Yes, he did. Interception there by Josiah Ware. And here comes back the offense. Errant throw there by Conde. Don't throw in the area of Josiah Ware. Very speedy defensive back and receiver for this team. Handoff here goes to Gabe Levy. Levy gets a couple of yards on the play.
Levy picks up a few yards for the Bobcats.
Second and 8. Rolling here, feeling pressure is Swoger. Pass here, complete to Caleb Kidney. Kidney, one of the junior receivers on this team. He'll have a lot more of an impact on this team next year.
Kidney gets to the 44-yard line, going to be first and 10.
And now the Cats are on the Sunnyside side of the field. The handoff here is from Silva.
Handoff goes to number 41, Dylan Silva. Silva gets down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a second and 5.
So less than a minute to go here in the third, 2nd and 5. Swoger has Silva and Levy in the backfield. Josiah Ware and Caleb Kidney as his receiver hands it off here to Dylan Silva, the big fullback, who will truck you to gain his yardage.
Picks up a first down for the Bobcats.
First and 10, handoff here goes to Levy up the middle. A good gain there on first down by Levy.
The Bobcats gets an 8-yard gain to the 23-yard line. Looks like that will be the last play.
And the run by Levy brings an end to the third quarter. The only score comes from the field goal by Juliano Reyes. It is now 14 Sunnyside, 13 Cienega. The Cats are on the side of the Sunnyside side of the field, threatening to score. And they need a score here desperately.
Brought to you by the pride of Sunnyside.
We'll switch sides here on the field.
We saw at halftime is under the direction of Eric Ellison. They're doing a great job, and one more time, let's hear it for the pride of Sunnyside.
upcoming schedule for the Cienega Bobcats. They home against Buena next week, homecoming. Then they're at Marana, team that is struggling this year. And then they're home against Nogales. And then at Ironwood Ridge, and that'll be the final game of the season is Ironwood Ridge. And hopefully Cienega can win the rest of their games heading into the postseason. So the 2nd and 2 from the 23. Isaiah Webb here on offense. Just for blocking though. And they pitch it here to Gabe Levy, and he fumbled it. And it dropped on the floor. It almost got recovered by Sunnyside, but Gabe Levy drops his own fumble there.
Recovered by Gabe Levy. A collision with the Blue Devil player.
And the player that was going to recover it for Sunnyside collided with Gabe Levy, and that player is now injured on the field. It looks like it is number 20, Carlos Madrid.
Near the original line of scrimmage, right up in the center.
What?
3rd and 9, excuse me.
Wait until play starts. You're kind of the only one who's. Go. All right, you're good to change the battery.
We hope that Carlos Madrid is okay here after colliding with Gabe Levy. 11 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the game. The clock is now ticking. It's 3rd and 9 from the 30-yard line. Big play here for Cienega. 4 receivers set for Swoger, rolling right. Flag here on the play. And that pass is complete to Tristan Prawley. But a flag on the play will bring things back here. So flags have really been an issue this year for Cienega. And you see there on the big play, there's been a couple big plays now. The Elijah Miko return that was called back from a block in the back, and now the holding on Cienega. That takes away the big touchdown pass from Ryan Swoger to Tristan Prawley.
Looks like it was a spot foul. So from the spot of the foul, the penalty will move the ball to the 45-yard line.
So a big third down hit, 3rd and 24. Cats need 24 yards and a flag here. Looks like it's going to go against Sunnyside. So I'll make things a little more manageable for the Cats. And no, they say it is on Cienega. Everybody thought that it was going to be on Sunnyside, but that's going to back them up even 5 more yards. So it'll be a 3rd and 29. Need to throw here. Ryan Swoger's 4 receivers out for him, looking to throw. Short pass to Trey DiNezzo completes, but he is tackled way short of the first down at around the 39-yard line. The 3rd down is at the 21. Looks like there's an injured player on the field, and by the orange cleats, that is DiMaggio Strave. Looks like it is just a cramp for Strave, which is good news. And here we go back to the action. It's a 4th and 20. Punting unit on for Cienega. Felix back to kick to Brock McDaniel. And another high punt by Felix. And we got a scrum for the ball. And Sunnyside recovers. And so with a 1-point lead, the Sunnyside offense comes back out onto the field with 10:54 remaining in the game. We'll see here if Dion Conde and the offense can put some more points up on the board. They have yet to score since the first quarter, after scoring the 2 touchdowns. Pitch here goes to McDaniel, and McDaniel is stopped right away. It is Tradenetso on the stop. Tradenetso, another junior, gonna make a big impact on this team next year. He's made some big plays for Cienega offensively and defensively and special teams this year. So he can do a little bit of everything. And it's a fumble on the, it's a fumble here. It looks like Cienega jumped on top of it, and they do. Isaiah Webb jumped on top of the fumble, and Cienega is now in pretty position with 10:05 remaining. They are on the 27 of Sunnyside. It was a fumble on the exchange from Conde to Dominic Murrieta. And now Cienega in field goal range to potentially take the lead. They don't want to commit flags like they did last drive, which backed them up out of field goal range, and they had the punt at the end of last drive. And offside's going to go against Sunnyside. Handoff here goes to Levy on 1st and 5, trying to get the edge around the defender, and is taken down around the 1st down. And they say he's short of the 1st down, so it'll be a 2nd and 1, less than 10 minutes remaining in the game here. This is a huge drive for Cienega. They need to put some points up on the board here. And they hand it off here to Levy, and that's going to get them a 1st down. Actually, that's Dylan Silva on the carry. They did mark that one a 1st down last play. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down. And so inside the red zone on the 7-yard line is Cienega. They hand off here to, no, it's a keeper by Ryan Swoger. Jukes the defenders and is into the end zone for the 2nd touchdown of the night by Cienega, and that gives them the lead, 19-14, the 7-yard run by Ryan Swoger. Great juke moves by Ryan Swoger to elude the defenders and give the Cats the lead. And the extra point by Reyes is no good.
The extra point is no good. So with 8 minutes and 53 seconds left, Cienega 19, Sunnyside 14.
So 8:53 remaining now in the game, and the Cats now have a 5-point lead, the first lead of the game for them. And the defense has been the bright spot of this team this year. They're going to need some big stops here and not allow Sunnyside to regain the lead. Sunnyside hasn't scored in a while here, so they've done a pretty good job so far. Kickoff is returnable here. It's going to go to Martin Arvizu. Arvizu on the right sideline, up past the 20.
Martin Arvizu with the 10-yard return gets to the 25-yard line. Sorry, 15-yard return gets to the 25-yard line, where it'll be first and 10.
Arvizu has 65 carries, 389 yards, and 7 touchdowns rushing on the year, but we haven't seen him used in that manner so far tonight. He's just been mainly used on kickoffs and the receiving unit. They've been handing off to Brock McDaniel. But now Arvizu is in the running back spot. Trips left for Sunnyside, back to throw. Completes here to number 13, and he has some room there. It's Jose Acosta, who had the first touchdown of the night. And the catch after the run after the catch gives them a first down. And on 1st and 10, Conde back to pass. Throws to the middle here. It is pass deflected by Christian Dicochea, intended for Anthony Galvez. It's a tight spot to get it in there. Both Dylan Silva and Christian Dicochea were in coverage. That brings up a 2nd and 10 here. 8 minutes remaining in the game. Back to pass here is Conde. Feeling pressure from DiMaggio, Streve, and others. And he fumbles the ball here, but Sunnyside has it. Conde dropped the pass after getting hit by Streve, or dropped the ball. But great job by one of the Sunnyside receivers jumping back on top of it. Conde looks injured on the play. He's slow to get up, but runs off the field, which is a good sign. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here for Sunnyside. And a much-needed stop here for the Cienega defense. So Conde leaves with the injury after that play. They bring in Ruben Peralta, the junior, and it's a fumble on the snap here. And we'll see who has it. It was kind of just laying around there. And Sunnyside does jump on back on top of it.
That snap is recovered by the Blue Devils.
Cienega had it. It was Dylan Silva who had the ball, but they are giving it to Sunnyside. And that brings up a 4th down here. Punt here by Vasquez. It's a good punt to Prawley, and he touches it. And it looks like Sunnyside is on top of it. Prawley couldn't haul it in. And Sunnyside has it in great position here at the 50-yard line. The officials having there's penalties on the play, so this might be, we'll see what happens here. So they recovered it at the 50. The penalty brings it back to the 35-yard line. So it was Tristan Prawley who was the punt return on that play. He came in for the injured Elijah Amico, who exited in the 3rd quarter. And now with 6:43 remaining, Sunnyside at their own 35 need to put together a drive here if they want to put some points on the board. So Conde is back in the game after leaving for a play with an injury. Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. Feeling pressure from Strave again and just throws it out of bounds. Doesn't want to get hit again by Strave.
Neon's pass is intended for Guero Galvez, incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Second and 10 now, 4 receivers for Conde. Throws short here, and it's complete. Breaks a few tackles here is Trayvon Armstrong with his first reception of the night.
To number 15, Trayvon Armstrong.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down here. Big play for both sides, for both teams here.
3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils.
So they need 7 here. Conde back to pass. Throw here is intercepted by Dylan Silva. It was number 1, Anthony Galvez, who fell to the floor, which was the intended receiver. And Silva just went right over him and intercepted the ball. What a play defensively for Cienega.
Ball is marked at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Hand off here to Gabe Levy up the middle. Looks like Gabe Levy has a first down. 5:30 remaining in the game. And that does move the 6 there. Handoff here goes to David Wilkinson. Wilkinson has a first down and more, and he has an open room to the end zone. 35-yard run on the first carry by David Wilkinson. And that opens things up for the Cats. What a fourth quarter by Cienega. Juliano Reyes to attempt the extra point. He was no good on his last attempt. But this one is good. Flags on the play. So 26-14 after the converted PAT. And here we sit with a 12-point lead, less than 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. It's a costly turnover for the Sunnyside offense as they had got the ball back themselves on the muffed punt return by Tristan Prawley and the Bobcats. The penalty on the PAT was against Cienega, so that's going to back things up here on the on the kickoff. Punt here bounces around the 20. Brock McDaniel has trouble picking it up, but does so. And a good return by McDaniel after picking up the kick up to around the 28-yard line. And the Sunnyside Blue Devils need to put together a pretty quick drive here if they want to score and then get a stop defensively and then score again. But the Cienega defense has been making a statement all year long and came up big in the final 3 quarters of this one. Conde back to pass, has plenty of time. Backstepping here. Throws and it's incomplete. Caught by one of the Cienega coaches. Conde back to pass. Throw here incomplete. Intended for Galvez.
Pass once again intended for
But it was number 32,
coverage by 32.
Matt Rodriguez, on the coverage. So 3rd and 10, much needed play here for Sunnyside to convert, but automatic pressure. Conde's going to take off here, but not enough for a first down. That was the first real time we saw Dion Conde use his legs.
With the quarterback keeper, picks up 6 yards.
And so that brings up a 4th down, and they're going to stay out on the field here.
4th and 4 for the Blue Devils.
They don't want to go down here. 4 minutes remaining here in the game. Conde, pressure from McVeigh, and it's intercepted by Isaiah Webb.
Conde's pass is intercepted by
And so back-to-back interceptions on back-to-back drives from Conde. First, it was the interception by Dylan Silva, and now it's the interception by Isaiah Webb. That's going to pretty much cap things off here. We still have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. And here's Bobby Belton at quarterback now to get things stopped. It's the handoff here to CJ Flores just to cap things off here.
number 25, CJ Flores. However, there is a flag in play.
And it's going to be a holding on Cienega.
Hold against the Bobcats.
I don't know. It looks like it's his leg. It looks like it's his leg. Oh, yeah.
First and 22. Bad snap here. Belts picks it up and gets some good yardage on a play that looked like it was going to be a loss of yards there. Now a 2nd and 17 for Bobby Belts in the offense. 3 minutes remaining here. Handoff goes to CJ Flores. And pretty good run there by CJ Flores. CJ Flores will probably be the backup to Gabe Levy next year. And we have an injured Blue Devil on the field. That's number 33, Richard Escalante, who was one of the captains for tonight's game.
Blue Devil on the field, so an injury timeout.
we go on 3rd and 7. Some of the backups have come into the game. Handoff here is going to go to Tristan Prawley. And Prawley near the first down, but not quite. That's going to bring up a 4th down. We'll see what they do here. They're not really in punting range, and they're not really in field goal range, and it's going to be a 4th short down, so probably going to stay out on the field here. Timeout is going to be taken by Sunnyside with 2:14 remaining in the 4th. And here's Bobby Belts on the keeper on 4th and 4, and it looks like he has a 1st down.
That was quarterback number 12, Bobby Belts, for the Bobcats.
Now from 1st and 10, Belts throws here, completes on the screen play to Tristan Prawley. And now we have less than 2 minutes remaining. Belts on 2nd and 3, handoff to David Clark. And now it's 3rd and 1. And now we have a minute remaining. Good hard-fought game by both teams as we are nearing the end here. 3rd and 1. Belts is going to hand off here to David Clark. David Clark still on his feet up the middle, down to around the 2-yard line.
Gets enough for the Bobcat 1st down. Ball will be marked at the 4-yard line.
And it looks like that will bring an end to our game. Hard-fought game by both teams. Sunnyside showed some very good signs. It looks like their future is bright. They have a total of 15 remaining players in this game. I mean, they have a total of 15 freshmen and sophomores on their team. So again, the future is bright for them. And that's going to bring an end. It's 26-14. We're going to do a scoring summary here. It was the Conde 53-yard pass to Jose Acosta, which made things 7-0 to start things off. It was the first play of the game for Sunnyside. Then it was a 22-yard touchdown run by Ryan Swoger. Then it was Mario Chavez, the 22-yard pick six, which made things 14-7 on the converted PAT. Then it was a 21-yard and a 31-yard field goals good by Juliana Reyes, which made things 14-13. Then a 7-yard touchdown run by Ryan Swoger. And the PAT by Juliana Reyes was no good, made things 19-14. And there was a 35-yard touchdown run to cap things off by David Wilkinson, which made things 26-14. We'd like to thank the whole crew tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Cienega 26, Sunnyside 14. Make sure to tune in next week where the Cats will be at home to take on the Buena Colts.